Octopath Traveler is rated T for teen by the ESRB. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Octopath Traveler. Let me just adjust that microphone. There we go. In the last episode, we had traveled just slightly north, coming from... I forget the previous place. Saints Bridge, following the path of the East Saints Bridge, Traverse, and Clearwater, along with Boulder Fall, and made it all the way here to our next city, where we will actually be spending the next 4 or so episodes, because after Cyrus was Tressa's quest, and they both require us being here. And then afterwards we make our way back north to Victor's Hollow, which is also our next step towards Still Snow, which is our final area. For Chapter 2 quests, that is. Man, the map is really filling out. I really love how everything looks. Anyways, we're gonna get started. So, we had arrived here, and we are going to get started on the tale of Cyrus. Ooh, it's actually a harder level than Tressa's. We are gonna keep Ulbrich and Hannah away for now because I want to level up Ophelia. The story so far. Cyrus left the academy behind in search of the lost tome. From the far reaches of hell, its disappearance was a riddle wrapped in a mystery, a riddle that piqued his scholarly curiosity. Bleh. Even suffering the indignity of losing his post was a small price to pay for the opportunity of solving this fascinating puzzle. And so did Cyrus come to Quarrycrest to call upon an old colleague who just might have the answers he seeks. So this is Quarrycrest. It's hard to believe it's been 10 whole years since Odette left the academy. How old are you? 20? Let's say that they finished the academy at 18, so 28. We'll say that. And her house was... that's right. She left directions in her letter. I should take another look. You have all the makings of a great scholar, Cyrus. But allow me to offer you a word of warning. For all your intellect, you have always been clumsy in matters of the heart. I know that your research is more important to you than anything. But you would do well to give some thought to how you treat the fairer sex. Jesus. You are more handsome than you give yourself credit for. If you're not careful, you might find your words and actions misconstrued by those around you. I should have known better than to read that again. The first time I read it, I nearly fell over laughing. Now it seems almost poetic. To think I'd be banished from the academy because of a trumped up scandal like that. I can just see Odette laughing at me the moment I mention it.
Now then.
But there's no point worrying. I have to face her sooner or later after all. I tried to keep myself presentable, this is true. But is my face truly so easy on the eyes? Oh, woe is me, doomed to never realize the full depth of my good looks and charisma. Wow.
If you'll forgive me.
Professor, may I ask what the letter was about? It seemed almost engrossing. Oh, that? It was a message warning me about women. Huh? Oh, I don't mean in a bad way. What it actually said was that I should be careful about how I act towards women, lest I give cause for misunderstandings. Well, intelligence such as yours can be very attractive. Please, my dear. A word such as attractive must be kept in reserve for those of great beauty, such as yourself. Oh my gosh, Cyrus. I think maybe that's the kind of thing the letter writer was talking about. You think so? But I was merely speaking my mind. Am I not allowed to tell a beautiful woman that she is just that? Well, sometimes you can, but maybe in your case you shouldn't. I am finding this most difficult to understand. Okay. Well, we are after... Is it the house up above? Yes, it is. Since we've already talked to everyone and stole everything, gonna have to spend some time with Tressa walking around.
Anyhow, here we are.
Yes, I'll be right there.
It's been some time, Odette.
Oh, this is good.
You're still here. I guess I'm not suffering from fatigue-induced hallucinations after all.
It's me, Odette, in the flesh. Good to see you as hale and hearty as ever.
And you're as insufferable as ever, no doubt. What are you waiting for? Come in already.
Don't mind if I do. How did I know that would be your reaction?
We were practically joined at the hip back in the day. Just watching you go about was fun in and of itself. I always had a hunch you'd end up in trouble with the ladies, but to think it would happen with the princess of all people. Somehow, you've managed to exceed even my wildest expectations.
By expelling me, they hope to protect Her Highness's good name. Needless to say, there's no truth in any of this.
Oh, of course. I'm sure it's all as you say. Her Highness and this Dyrezz are just your pupils. They have no romantic interest in you in the slightest. You're something else, Cyrus. But it's a relief to find your powers of observation are as keen as ever.
Huh?
Well, did you come all this way just to entertain me? If so, congratulations on a job well done.
Save your congratulations for another time. I've come in search of a certain tome. Are you perchance familiar with From the Far Reaches of Hell?
A cheery title if I've ever heard one. I can tell you that it's a compendium of ancient rites and rituals. Not that I've read it myself, of course.
I know that much. I was hoping you could tell me more.
Not much more. It touches upon necromancy, I believe.
Necromancy?
necromancy. That said, as to what extent, I know little.
Is that so?
I was sure that if anyone could enlighten me, it would be you.
Give me a break.
Is that supposed to be flattery? Alright, just give me some time. As soon as I tackle the little pickle I'm dealing with at the moment, I'll do some investigating.
Aho!
Oh, a pickle you say? Consider my interest piqued. I always took you for the type who chewed up and spit out your problems before pickles they could become. Are you suddenly Yoda, Cyrus? Again, I find your flattery lacking. Anyhow, since you're here, perhaps I could put you to use. As it is, a number of people have gone missing of late. Under suspicious circumstances, I presume?
Naturally.
Just so. Many quite literally seem to have been spirited away. One sold to the neighborhood provisioner to buy some foodstuffs. I'm sorry, I misread that. One soul went to the neighborhood provisioner to buy some foodstuffs and never returned. Another turned a street corner only to vanish entirely, leaving his friend who was strolling with him in disbelief. All told, 10 men and women have gone missing in such a fashion in the past year.
Most
Half
intriguing.
year. How curious indeed. Don't look so disappointed, you nut job. So how about it? Do you have any ideas? It would be impudent to jump to conclusions without conducting an investigate.
Great.
Great, thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'll look into that tome while you're away.
As you wish.
A fair trade, I'd say. Though I dare say that having the opportunity to solve this peculiar puzzle is a reward in itself.
I see.
It figures. Well, happy investigating. First, I should ask Odette where precisely the kidnappings have occurred. Oh, banter.
Curious, aren't you?
So, Professor, think you can solve the puzzle? Oh, definitely. I'm very much looking forward to the challenge. Your enthusiasm certainly is charming, but don't you find the scholarly life to be exhausting sometimes? You must forgive me, but I don't see how it possibly could be. Well, you lot can never let a mystery just be. You need to figure everything out. You realize there's no end to it. You'll never find all the answers. Life is too short to spend it with a furrowed brow and a nose forever stuck in a tome. Ah, clearly you are not a fan of natural philosophy. Still, I enjoy your refreshing frankness. There's a certain beauty in your honesty. Steady, Professor. Are you trying to sweet-talk me? What do you mean? I honestly can't tell if he's genuinely guileless or just play-acting. Okay, now let's start the adventure. Let's see now. Testimony. Come to think of it, the 3 people who went missing were all last seen near the inn. It could well be a coincidence. Rumor has it all the people have been missing walking by the inn. So now I need 2 more testimonies. You good sir. Testimony. A system of underground canals run throughout this town. I don't think anyone has ventured down there in some time though. entrance to the sewers is near the inn. Seeing it happen both in the dead of night and broad daylight, someone's walking by the inn. They turned the corner ahead, and when I followed, they were gone, vanished into thin air. Okay.
Now then,
And with that, I do believe I have all the knowledge I need to crack the case. Where do they happen near the inn? Every victim was in the general vicinity of the inn when they disappeared. We can say with absolute certainty that they did not vanish into thin air, or some such nonsense. They occur at all hours. Ow. As such, it stands to reason that they were kidnapped. And that the kidnapper made use of a hidden path or passage to evade the public eye in the sewers. The entrance to the sewers would seem to make for an ideal escape route. Yes, doubtless the culprit stole the underground spirited... terrible words. Yes, doubtless the culprit stole underground to spirit his victims away.
thusly,
I do believe I should have a look down there for myself. Okay. And there we go. Let's actually get started a little bit down into the sewer, now that it's not blocked. And we're only at 17 minutes, so at least a little bit.
aha!
Here we are. From the looks of it, these aqueducts predate the founding of the village itself. There's a good chance many of the villagers are unaware of their existence. This calls for a thorough investigation. But I must be wary. For all I know, the culprit could be lurking in the shadows as I speak. I will proceed with caution. After all, it simply wouldn't do if I became our villain's latest victim. And with that, guys, we're going to do the final travel banter.
Interesting.
Looks like someone's been coming in and out of these sewers. As we suspected. Muddy footprints on the floor and handprints on the walls. Recent too, the mud is still wet. I see, that is very useful information. I must say, you have a keen eye to spot such subtle signs. It's just experience. Albeit experience I never thought would be useful to you. Your experience is the result of careful study, and gives you valuable skills, you see. Oh, but we don't have time for a discussion now. However interesting, perhaps I'll share my insight later. Don't worry about it. Your lectures give me a headache. Too honest? A little, yes. Okay guys, we're gonna call that an episode, and in the next one, we're gonna go venture through these aqueducts to find the kidnapper who's been spiriting away innocent villagers of Quarrycrest. I do circles, but I don't want to activate a battle. If you guys liked what you saw, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Mash that like button, and subscribe if you have not for more Octopath Traveler content. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!